So we're going to go straight in. We are doing ride bell accents today. This is the type of stuff that just elevates the stuff you already know, and we're going to learn some different ones as well, but it just elevates stuff. Like, so accents will just drastically change the feel of whatever groove you are playing in. So what we're doing here, we've got some upbeats and some downbeats. If you remember, upbeats are your and, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and downbeats are all your numbers. So if I ever say, hey dude, chuck a cymbal on your downbeats, that would be your quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and cool. So we're going to jump in. We are starting off with, which one have we got first? We got downbeat ride accents. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we have 10 exercises on each one. I'm going to go over, let's go 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Because what I want to do, I mean, there's a lot here, so I'm going to give you half of them on each page. You'll have 10 in the video. And then what I want you to do, get those ones. Once you've got those, use your amazing deductive reading skills and see if you can figure out the other ones. That's a little challenge, okay? I'm not expecting you to get it perfect. To be honest, I think you'll be absolutely fine, but we'll just we'll give it a go, and that could be your kind of like, right, let's see if I can figure this out and work on my reading as well as working on my kind of playing skill. Okay, so we're starting with our downbeats. So if we look at it, right, before we start, apologies on my ride. Obviously, I'm on my electric kit, and well, as you know, trying to get accents on an electric kit cymbals, sometimes it works, sometimes it decides it doesn't want to play play ball. Like, so, see, that's right. Now, oh, there we go. No. Yeah. No. 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 Where's, see. So the idea is, what we're doing is we're going between the bell of the ride and the body of the ride. Okay? So you've got 3 sections to your ride cymbal. You've got your bell, this little bell, and then you've got your body, and then you've got your edge. Each one creates a different sound, like you already know. But it's just really good to be aware of that, so that when you are playing, you can just play around with it and you can get more than one sound from this thing. Even on electric kit, you can still play around a little bit, but just getting that motion down. I practiced this, let's say, like when I was in uni, I didn't have an acoustic kit to practice on unless I was in the uni, so electric kit was what I had, and I had a basic electric kit in my flat, and it didn't have any trigger points on it that would, any more than one, but you can still practice the movement, which is cool, and that's what you want to be able to do. So what you're doing there is you're going to be, if you look at the sheet, you can see that it's got a little diamond shape. Your little diamond is your bell, and your X's are your body. Okay, let's have a look. See how I just decided to do a bell in the middle of the ride, because why not? Okay, so what you're doing, your bell, what you're going to do is you're going to use the shoulder of the stick. You're going to hit it right on the shoulder of the stick, which is here, and you're just going to hit that on the shoulder, and then you're going to use the tip on the body. So you're going between this movement. You're going shoulder it on the bell, tip on the body. Shoulder bell, tip body. Shoulder bell, tip body. Shoulder bell, tip body. You can see that my arm kind of does there, and then there, there, and there. You don't have to do exactly the same technique as me, but as long as you're getting that shoulder, 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 tip, shoulder, tip, shoulder, tip, shoulder, tip. You can even do it like that. If I'm going a bit quicker, probably do something more like that. Literally just go in shoulder, back, shoulder, back, shoulder, back. My hand technique doesn't change as much. Play around with it, see what works for you. Everybody's hand is different. Everyone moves differently. Everyone's arms are a little bit different. So just see what works for you. But if you want to try and copy mine, that's cool too. Okay, so we take our first groove. First groove is really easy. Say the first few grooves are pretty simple, but it's about kind of like that consistency in sound and trying to get these accents down. So first groove, as you can see, is just bass and snare and bass and snare. Try and just play that first, making sure it's in your head. So your ride would now be going shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip. Come on, ride. It's kind of working. Ah, you failed me, ride. You can see my hand moving back. But. That gives you a little bit of jip. Honestly, don't attempt these grooves yet. Just practice this. Bell tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip. Just get that down. Make sure that feels comfortable. That kind of becomes like a muscle memory type thing. And then you can attempt these. But go slow. Like honestly, that I know it's a simple groove, bass and snare and bass and snare, but putting these accents in, take it out of that simple kind of category and makes it a little bit more advanced. So don't worry if you try this and you're like, that should be easy. It shouldn't. It shouldn't be easy because you've never done it before. Okay, so slow that down. I'll do that one more time. I'll do it a little bit slower. So we're gonna have like bass and snare and 3, 4. Shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip. Come on, guys, get that accent out. Shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip. And you can imagine that on a proper full ride. Bang, 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 bang. It's super cool. I love it. Okay, number 3. As I said, we're gonna skip all the even numbers. I'm just gonna do the odd numbers. Okay, so the next one, number 3, we got bass, bass, snare, and bass, bass, snare, and play that without the accents. See, this ride just decides to do an accent for no reason. Why? Okay, so then we'd be playing exactly the same thing, same groove, get that accent going. I'm trying to place it, and honestly, look at that notation and kind of just go, okay, where does it land? Okay, so it lands with the first bass drum. And then there's a body with the next one. Then there's a bell with a snare. Then there's a body on its own. Then there's a bell, not, bell, not. Try and work it through like that. That would help. That would have helped me when that's what did help me when I was first learning this stuff. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, right. Don't fail me now. Come on. Bing. I'll do it. Bing, 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 bing. Pause that, work on it, come back to me being an idiot, and we'll move on to number 5. Just go slow, okay? Alright. Number 5. Our groove now is bass and snare, bass, bass and snare, and bass and snare, bass, bass and snare, and same thing here. Accents on the downbeats. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna ding and ding, 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 ding. Go a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ding. Ding, 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 ding. I can't believe I have to do this. Ding, ding, ding. But you can see my hand moving. Shoulder tip, 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 tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip. Yeah. Okay, right. Okay, number 7. Pause these, remember, pause these. Work on these for as long as you need to, and then go on to the next one to see the demonstration. And it's all about, to be honest, it's all about you here. I can demonstrate these, explain the notation, and then it's kind of just you about just sitting down and going, right, let me just tackle each one individually. And who cares about how long it takes you to do each one? Do you know what I mean? You may get that first one pretty quickly, you might not. that's okay. Like honestly, just do what you can do. Work on that. Go on to number 2. Go on to number 3. Go on to number 4. Work your way down the page, and just enjoy it. Like this, honestly, with this stuff, once you get it, like getting those accents, it just will take your playing to a whole new level, and I love it. It's super, super cool. Okay, number 7. We got our bass drum on 1. We got a bass drum on the and of 3. Snare on 2 and 4 just like normal. So we've got without the accents. Okay, and then with our accents, we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip. Awesome. Okay, number 9. And then we'll go on to the upbeats. Alright, so number 9, we've got a bass drum on 1, and of 2, and of 3, similar to the one above to be honest, and then there's just an extra bass drum on the and of 2. So without accents, we're gonna go. Why do you keep doing accents? I'm not hitting the bell, man! Okay, 1, 2, 3, accent. Accent, come on, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your accents on the beat, on the downbeat, remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Okay, on to the upbeats. Let's do it. Where are you? Where are you? Come on, man. Come in. Here we go. Upbeats, upbeats. Right, let me make you a little bit bigger. Okay, alrighty. So now we're on to our upbeats. Honestly, it's kind of the same thing here. It is literally like the grooves are the same, but the accents will really change this. So what you will find is with downbeat accents, they will drive the song a lot more. So you get this sort of like and it's got that sort of like really driving force to the groove. Upbeats will kind of give it a little bit more bounce, and you'll want to kind of like nod your head a little bit more. It kind of makes things feel a little bit more lighter and a little bit more dancey, to be honest. So that's that. Like even with that one change, you can take one groove, no accents, and it's just like a nice straight plodding along groove, right? Put the downbeat accent in there, and now starts to really drive the song. Put the upbeats in there, and then you kind of get this like, oh yeah, sort of kind of like feel. And that's what I love about it. You take one groove and you've got 3 options with literally just moving where you put in the bell. And that like, and that's without adding any extra notes. You're not doing anything crazy here, but it's like once on paper, simple idea of moving, like hitting a bell, then not, hitting a bell, then not. That will just change the music massively. And I think to have like that power in your hands feels good, feels really good. Okay, so number 1 of the upbeats, I'll give it a go now. So we're doing the opposite here. So before we were starting it on our bell, our groove now starts on our body. So instead of being bell, 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 or shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip, shoulder tip. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's now the opposite way around. Now we get 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And groove stays the same though. Okay, let's give it a go. So first groove, obviously we just got, and then with our accent. Come on, accent, you got it. That's changed the groove groove so much, and it's so cool. I love it. A little bit quicker. If my bell works, come on. Awesome. Okay, so work that a lot slow. Go slow with all of these, the downbeats and the upbeats. Whatever groove you're on, just go really, really slow. Read that notation and just try and just work it out note by note, like I said before. Okay, number 3. I'm gonna do the same thing on this one, so I'm just gonna do the odds. So then we've got boom, boom, getch, dum, dum, getch. And then with the upbeats, 1, I'll go a bit slower, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 1 and 3 and shoulder tip, 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 shoulder 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and come on. Yeah. Ooh. It's a sweet spot. See that? Oh, you worked. Yeah. Apparently there's a sweet spot on my ride where it's like an inch right by there. If I hit exactly there, I will get a bell sound. What's that sound? What? Why? Okay. And then number 5. So we've got bass and snare, bass, bass and snare, and bass and snare, bass, bass and snare, and play without the accent. With the accent. 2, 3, 4. But activation there, sorry. I get excited about this working. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. Ah. Okay, I go a little bit slower with that one. Alrighty, you gotta have fun. You gotta have some fun with this. Alright. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Not working at all now? There we go. So I'm like, get the exact point, and it's the Sultans, it doesn't work. But you get the idea, and honestly, even if like yours, like when you're playing and you can't quite get like maybe that accent loud enough, like just that movement of the hand, that's enough. That's what we want to practice. Do you know what I mean? That is that movement between the bell area and the body of the ride. So like just work on that. You can see that mine's not really working properly, and that's okay. Do you know what I mean? It's, as I said, it's the movement that we're working on anyway. Okay, right, number 7. Same groove as before, the same as the downbeat grooves. So you got pigeon. Not in my room. That would be weird. Bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare. Played it wrong. See in that one, where am I? Da-da-da. There's only 2 bass drums, so the first bass drum lands on the body, and the next bass drum lands on the bell. Just work them out like that. It's really good. I'm not going to cut that out because it's good to like just see that. Even me, I've been playing for I don't know 14 years. I still make a mistake, and that's okay. Do you mean like I've played this hundreds of times, and sometimes it just doesn't come out properly. So just to kind of like encourage you, first time ever doing it, if you can't do this, it's okay. It's absolutely okay. I was exactly the same when I first tried it. All right, let's say, enjoy it. Just have fun with it. All right. So number 9, we've got our last one now. I'm kind of going through these quite speedily because I just want you to be able to just like rewind it, watch it again if you need to. Hello. And just keep going over it. Okay. Number 9. Same groove, really, except for there's an extra bass drum on the and of 2, like I said before. Let's give it a go without the accents, and then I'll add in those ands. Oh, extra bass drum. Forgot I put that in there. Come on, man. Right. Alright, so number 9, what we're going to be doing there is we got a bass and snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass and snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass and snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass. And just thinking now, it's probably, because I wrote this, I think I've probably just copied and pasted the bass and the snare parts of these. So it's probably the same on the downbeats as it is on this one. I think I forgot to mention the that extra bass drum on the and of 4, but I'll show you that now. So we've got. With those accents, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not it. Okay, so number 9, what we got going in here, and I need to apologise because I've just remembered that there is an extra bass drum in there, and I didn't actually tell you on the downbeats. So I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same without looking, because I wrote this and I think I remember just literally copying and pasting the bass drum and the snare part, and then changing the ride pattern. So there's an extra bass drum at the end of this one. There's a bass drum on the and of 4, so you get this groove. With the count as well. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3. Awesome. Okay, and then with the accents, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Come on, Brian. You can do it. Yeah. Okay. See, even if it's something that's not working, you can still laugh at it. But so that's it. That's all. I'm not gonna, as I said, I'm not gonna show the even ones. There's a lot to work on there. So work your way through those gradually. Honestly, like this is kind of like ongoing stuff. If you get these quicker, if you get these slower, like it doesn't matter. Just take your time with it, have fun, and just mess around. Like you can see me, I'm just having fun. That's like the whole aim of music, is to just enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? To enjoy it and just like fall in love with sucking for a while, because through that suck, you end up coming out the other side just being an absolute boss. So that's what I've learned. So honestly, like I'm looking forward to actually seeing your face in person. I'm not actually seeing your face computerized either, you're seeing mine. But I'm looking forward to actually seeing you, and hope you're good, and I hope that you're feeling awesome, and I actually can't wait to see you. So I will see you soon. Peace out. Bye!